Song just says I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back, no turning back. The world behind me, the cross before me, leaving this world behind me, reaching for the cross before me, the world behind me, the cross before me, no turning back, no turning back. Oh Lord, no turning back. I can't turn back. No, 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 no turning back. No turning back. No. No.
Hey folks, this song has great placements by Eddie Brown. It's part of a larger instructional video that I'm doing. So let's get started. So let's start with that intro.
Said I'm not turning. Song just says I have decided.
That's such a beautiful intro. Now, and some of you are wondering what the notes are, and we can give you those, right? Now, what I want to tell you though is that I really don't care about the notes. Now, I'm going to give you the notes, but the notes that's not what we are listening for. Someone's going to say, "Oh, so you want us to know chords? You want us to know more than just the notes? You want us to know the chords, right? You want us to know the reasons why, understand the concepts." Well, yeah, that's going to take a little more time, but yeah. But that's not even the idea. The idea is that I am not trying to learn the notes or even the chords or concepts. I'm trying to learn and develop the vocabulary behind the concepts. That's a really deep concept, and it's really dope concept. So say that with me. Say the idea is not to learn the song, but to develop the vocabulary behind the song. And so we have 3 levels of learning, where we have just learning the notes, right? Where I can teach you the notes, and I'm going to show you the notes. But then the second idea, which takes a little longer, is kind of learning the chords and learning why what the chords are, right? And how they fit together. But on that 3rd level, we're talking about developing vocabulary. It's talking about developing a language, and it's not until you get to that level that you are able to do some of these things on your own without thinking. And so that's the idea, is to develop the vocabulary behind the song. So let's just look at this first example So what are the notes? The notes would be just a D, A, F, B flat, and then we're going to bring the D down to a C, we're going to bring the A down to a G, we're going to keep the F as an F, and we're going to bring the B flat to an A. So it'll be like that. And when I did this, I said, or you can trill on this. Okay, we've got a great lesson on trills, and so check that out if you get a chance. I may put a link to that. And then the next one is Now this is all in the intro, right? So notes would be A, B, C, F. And then what I want you to do is let's keep these notes the same. Let's move the A down to a G and the F to an E. And then I want you to hit a C, and then I want you to do this beautiful chord here, which is an E flat major add 2, okay, which is an E flat chord. Well, no, let me just give you the notes first. I'm just doing notes. G, E flat, F, B flat, E flat, and F. And then you want to do an A, F, G, C. Let's make this an F. And then we're going to go to a B flat, F, A, D, F. And then we're going to stop there. All right, so those are the notes. Now let's go through that second level. Chords. These are great chords. They work together. They're actually drop to 7th chords. So see, that's the 7th chord there. Okay, and this is a major chord. And in one of my videos, I talked to you about how 7th chords, major 7th chords, work well and transition well to major add to drop to chords. Right? These are 2 drop, or you could have done that too. So now we're kind of discussing the chord level, what these are, right? Knowing a chord level allows you to make certain note changes that you can't make if I'm only giving you just the notes, right? Because this chord technically is just an E flat chord, where you have an F. It's an add 2 because the F is the second note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's a 2. We drop the middle, which is this, and we expand the notes by adding other notes, just doubling up on some of the notes in here. All right. Right, so this transition here had 2 drop 2, B flat major 7. Now, when I discuss vocabulary, that's where it gets interesting, because it's going to be a whole different way I'm going to have to talk about this one concept. Simply because my view of theory is that we're not slaves to theory. Theory is our slave. See, theory is the way that we make sense of the information. And so this is the reason I don't get caught up in names and I just say stuff wrong, and I don't even edit out the YouTube video. Because what matters most at this level is an idea, and that I get that idea across. What is that idea? And in this, in the intro, the idea that's interesting to me is that the B flat is being targeted. Now, why is that interesting? Well, because most people, since she's singing this in the key of F, so most people would target, as their target note, would target the 5. Okay? So let's say I were to make up an intro here. See what I did there? And I'm just making up stuff, so don't ask me what I did, but I just targeted the 5 here. Because this targeting the 5 here, the next note has to be the F, right? Because you always target the 5 of your target note, right? So if I know the key, the song's in F, I'm going to target my C. So I targeted a C sus voicing to a flat 9 in order to get to I have decided. Right, so but listen to what I'm saying. In this intro, the C is not even being targeted. Right? It's the 4th note being targeted. That gives me a different sound. This is an interesting chord choice, because this chord choice is leading me up to a B flat, not a C. And she starts the song on the 4, not on the 5. So this is the vocabulary discussion that I'd be having.
Song just says I have thee.
See, so.
Song just says I have thee side.
See, now someone's gonna say, but when they went like this. So that they did go to the C, right? But again, in my mind, that whole intro was leading up to this B flat major 7 chord. That intro was leading up to in your head. You have the B flat major 7 chord in mind, so that all the chord choices lead up to that one note instead of and that's how I would see it. Let's say I wanted to lead up to an E flat instead, an E flat major 7. Okay, or any E flat major, just E flat major. Okay, so we're doing the same song. I have decided it starts in an F. Okay, and let's just do something real short. Right, and then she can start there. Right, so here, I'm targeting an E flat. The point being, and this is a vocabulary discussion. The point being that I don't actually have to target the 5 solely, that I can choose notes within. Okay, let's go to the next section. Okay, now here's a cool part that everybody likes on this song. So it has so many different chords you can use, these turnaround chords. See that part? So now I want you to listen to these because they just turn around. Essentially, what you got is you got the sus chord, and then you have this look at that, and you see what the strings are doing there. Oh, that's so nice. And see, and so what you want to do is you want to show you the turnaround chords. Obviously, the 4 chords would be essentially your sus chord here, right? Which is just an E major 7 chord with a G flat on the bottom, and then all you gotta do is just change this one note to this B flat, which just changes to a dominant chord. But they use a lot of different chords here. They go here, they go there, they go there. But there's a bunch of different chords. You can hear it as you hear it going on. You'll see that they just play this so many different ways. And then you have this B flat or this B minor 9, right, into the sus chord, and they go back. You've heard these very, very popular gospel chords, but I want you to listen to what they're doing on the strings. That's what's crazy. Oh man, so let me give you the notes for that. So you have this. So, and it's all over this F sharp at the bottom, but you have this in the left hand. You have this E, G, B flat, D, and then in the right hand you have this C, and then just going down to a G. Let's just play the black notes in between it, and then the D major 7, D, F sharp, A, C sharp. This A, trill it down to this F sharp, right? But what's more interesting about this is not even the notes. It's where in the world did we come up with, within the structure of the sus chord to the dominant, how in the world do we come up with, how do we come up with that? Where is that coming from? And how are we able to use that? So that's what's crazy about this section. So let's examine that.
Come too far. Every day brand new mercies I see. Come too far. Can't turn back. Come too far.